Hi guys, welcome to Happy Visas. My name is Philip Port, and one of my viewers has asked a question: will Russia, Europe, America, the West in general, will we ever be friends again? And my answer to that is yes, we will, on the face of it. Obviously every country is a business. Every country is looking to get resources on the cheap. It's looking to have the best exports, the best education system. The elites need to make a profit. So it's a business. So on the face of it, yes, they will be the best of friends, and that will just be simply because it's good economic sense. It's good for business. A lot of Russians go on holiday to Europe, to America, to the West. They spend huge amounts of money, buying clothing, bags, even medical care, even medical treatment, hotels, excursions. It is a massive, massive industry. And also, why would the Europeans want to buy, liquefied natural gas that has been exported from Russia to China and India? Why would they want to buy it through a middleman? So eventually the Europeans are going to want to buy the cheap resources. They're not going to want to be paying over the market prices. So it's in the Europeans' interest. Also, China is exporting a lot of exports to Russia, a lot of cars, a lot of machinery. And in the past, it always used to come from Europe, specifically, Germany. I mean, Germany used to export huge amounts of BMWs, Mercedes, things like that. So obviously, they do not want to lose that business. Now, the BlackRocks of this world, they own a lot of shares. The American people own a lot of shares in the European companies. I think it's about 25% is probably American owned. So so America is not getting all the profits it used to get. It's not getting all the dividends because the European companies are not making any profits. When McDonald's was here, when Starbucks was here, when all these Western companies were trading in Russia, they were making huge profits here. Raiffeisen Bank, 75% of its worldwide profits came from Russia. It was a massive cash cow. So I think we're going to have friendship a lot sooner than people think, because greed is good. Everybody wants to make a profit. Within 6 months, everybody will forget what happened in Ukraine. And obviously, Europe and Americans are now jockeying for who's going to get all these contracts, in Luhansk, Donbass, parts of Ukraine. They're jockeying. Who's going to get these contracts? Who's going to be mining all these rare earth metals that are needed for mobile phones, needed for electric batteries? So we're going to have friendship a lot sooner. Now, from the Americans' perspective, they've got bigger fish to fry. They need to be friends with Russia because, they want to weaken China now. They've tried to weaken Russia. It didn't work. Now they need to weaken China. And how do you do that? Is, you try to divert the resources that are going to China, like the oil, the gas, all the big contracts in the Arctic. You try and divert that back to the West, back to the Europe, back to America. And obviously America is praying, hoping that Russia, and I don't think it will do this, but Russia could sell China, advanced technology in military, especially for submarines, especially for sonar technologies and things like that. And, if America's going to focus on China, which it's already doing, it needs Russia on board. So, and we also, we look similar, we speak similar, we have similar religions, we like a beer, why not? So I think that's another reason why we're going to have friendship very, very soon. It's just good for business, and when anybody can make a profit, everybody forgets the past, everybody forgets about morals, everybody, I don't think the West has any morals when it comes to business, to tell you the truth. And so I think very, very soon it's going to be, business as usual. I think, I think we're a lot closer than people think. And as I've said in previous videos, Donald Trump's a businessman. He understands that probably this war is lost. So he's trying to salvage a good deal, get the American companies in there first, So I think, when people ask, is Donald Trump good for Russia? I think he is very good for Russia. But I think if Russia was losing this battle, I don't think it would make any difference. I think Donald Trump realizes it's lost, that Russia will probably win. And because of that, he's just trying to get the best possible deal for the Americans. Obviously, these rare earth metals have to be mined. Russia probably is lacking some of the technologies to do that, probably. It's lacking the engineers, the manpower. So I think, everybody will get back into bed again. Everybody will be friends. All the American companies, the European companies will come back to Russia. They'll start making huge profits again. I think there's 150 companies that left Russia on bad terms. I think it will take them a little bit longer to get back into the Russian market. They said bad things about the country. So there is a kind of, I wouldn't call it a blacklist, but I'd say there's a book of companies that are undesirable and might struggle in the beginning to get back, but that will, 1 or 2 years they'll be back as well. And a lot of companies remained in Russia. They're still here. A lot of companies have buyback clauses, so when they sold the companies, they've got buyback clauses, I guess, to buy a specific price. So I think, just to recap, business, greed, nobody has any morals. It will be business as usual, and everybody will be friends again a lot sooner. Saying that, I never expected this to last 3 years. I thought it would be over and done with, done and dusted very, very quickly. So, so I could, guys, that's just my opinion. Could be totally wrong on it. It could drag out for another 10 years. I don't know, but my feeling is it's going to be a lot sooner. And I'm not a big fan of Donald Trump, but I really think he's being sincere, about closer ties. I think, he's been a bit stupid, to tell you the truth. I don't, his conditions about, ceasefires and things like that, it will never ever happen. Russia's been stabbed in the back too many times. So I think his demands are a little bit unrealistic. But at the end of the day, money talks, greed, everybody's greedy. And I think, America needs Russia to, bang on China. Another thing that America's done as well, all the shipping ports around the world, the Panama Canal, is taking over them, or trying to take over them. It's trying to take over Greenland. It's trying to, take over parts of Ukraine by saying, well, you owe us $300 billion, Ukraine. We'll take your, what is left of the rare earth metals, what is not, occupied by Russia. So my belief is, because of that, America will be satisfied. I think it will be satisfied with the Panama Canal, shipping ports around the world, where probably to land a Chinese vessel, they will charge them huge amounts of money. So I think, friendship soon, guys. I think it'll be a lot sooner than people think. But take with a pinch of salt, guys. But these are only my predictions. I'm not Nostradamus. Guys, I don't get paid for these videos. Please like, please subscribe. Very much appreciated. Cheers guys, thank you.